today we are going to, yesterday we talked about the overall assessment of the current nature of relationships. So as I promised yesterday, I have itemized it, so we can be taking it one item at a time as the reasons why we have multiple dating opportunities but no relationship. So the first one in my list here, I captioned it, the microwave expectation of intimacy. The microwave expectation of intimacy. That is one of the reasons our relationship is no longer sustainable, is no longer functional. The microwave expectation of intimacy. You understand what microwave is? The quick, sharp expectation of intimacy. This generation have no patience. They just want it now. You people want to see that perfect man, that perfect woman, now. You want to see that perfection instantly. I called it the microwave expectation of intimacy. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Do you even know, let me shock you, that this issue is also in marriages? You will see a couple that came to register for antenatal, they came for checkup in the hospital, pregnancy checkup. And by the time you start having a conversation with the two, you understand what I'm saying. There is no intimacy. But they are married. This one don't get belly, is pregnant. This is the husband. But you will listen to the conversation, you will see no intimacy. It's just what this generation call relationship is not actually relationship. But let's move on so we will not digress. I said we live in an era of instant gratification. Fast food, instant streaming, and quick replies. Everything on the fast lane. And then, unfortunately, healthy relationships or healthy relationship dynamics cannot be fast-tracked. Quote me, you need to take this down. Healthy relationship dynamics can never be fast-tracked. It doesn't matter the generation, whether it is you people's generation, Gen Z or Gen K or Gen anything. The genuine relationship dynamics can never be fast-tracked. You must follow the process. And then, the issue is very simple. Many young people expect deep emotional safety and absolute trust to exist almost immediately. Almost immediately. You are meeting him or her. Now. You already expecting that emotional safety. Now. Immediately now. No time. They will tell you no time. Everything, they want to trust you now. They want to be trusted now. They want to return the trust now. Everything now. The dynamics of relationships it can never be fast-tracked. It doesn't work in that fast lane. It takes time. And then, the connection, that is the reality now, that true connection requires time. It requires patience. And it requires weathering disagreements together. True and genuine connections in relationship requires time. It requires patience. And then it requires both of you weathering that argument, shouldering that argument, seeing through that argument together and resolving it together. There is no other means. This current generation, they would rather involve in-laws, mother-in-law, father-in-law, Even the ladies involve their friends. They discuss it with their friends. They seek friends' opinion and suggestions. It doesn't work that way. It takes both of you with patience to resolve the argument. And when I said in my introductory message yesterday that the fact is very clear that when that initial honeymoon spark, that's connection, that's gingering, that initial gra, the moment it fades as a result of probably this one don't get within the fine, don't collect money, maybe the other one don't have sex, don't enjoy. The moment that spark fades away, the next thing you see is the assumption that the relationship is broken, we step in. Whereas that is the actual time the relationship requires building. That is the time, the building of the relationship, the actual relationship, that is when it's supposed to start. But that is when they will now assume that the relationship is broken. And funny enough, each one of them will just take a walk. No remorse. It is microwave expectation of intimacy is number one thing that is killing the modern generation relationships. They don't have patience, but you don't have a choice. If you want a genuine and a sweet, blissful relationship, of course, now bringing it to my faith religion, if you want a godly relationship, if you want a relationship that you can consider successful, if you want a relationship that you can look back and say, we've come a long way, if you want a relationship that deserves a reward in the end, if you want a relationship that can be used as a reference, a relationship that can become a model, you must make sure that you zero your mind to invest patience and time. Remove from your mind entirely this fast food system. Remove from your mind this microwave expectation of intimacy. That intimacy, that is why in the past, people don't even know each other before marrying. It is the parents that know each other. And then they commit their son and their daughter, but they marry. But with time, they will become soulmates. That intimacy will grow over time. And that was why they enjoyed their marriages and their relationships, because they understand the dynamics and they followed it that way. They were patient to stay together and study each other together, understood each other together, and they live with each other together, have their kids together, train their kids together, became partners and couples, soulmates, without even knowing themselves initially. Because with time and patience, intimacy can grow.